Hey, people. Have you ever wanted to rip out your basal ganglia and solder it to your PC's motherboard while setting your auto blow to 5 times the speed of sound and streaming ASMR Tomboy Foot Fetish JOI directly into your corneas? If so, seek help. Welcome back to Digital Gooning, shockingly the subject of this evening's cast. I am your host, Shock of Shocks. You may recall I am Strayed, the crystal ball over all. And joining me tonight are my erstwhile podcast compatriots, now rightfully below me. First in line is Revy, the tomboy goon.
I am below no man or God.
Cool, I am no man. And also joining me is Wolfric, the hero goon, I think.
I believe that is what I'm currently being called, as my mom likes to tell me.
Cool. And Cuddle, the I don't recall what your goon title is goon.
Cuddle goon.
Cuddle goon. Yeah, no, that tracks. I honestly should have guessed. That's my fault. And last but certainly not least is Az, the Azure goon.
You said blow me.
Below me. It's an instruction and also a description.
Yeah.
You know, I'm upset because I really did have a good bit planned for this. I had an entire fucking rant planned earlier this week.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I did write out my intro for this. It wasn't too long, but I wanted to make sure I got it right.
No, I do this, but like Sunday night, I was cooking on something like this would be perfect for Monday, and it just would not.
I'm genuinely disappointed you didn't save it.
Yeah, I can't remember it. I didn't write this shit down, dude. I do this on the fly.
You fool. Yeah, that's fair. You might be wondering, what the hell is going on? I'm scared. So, as I think over a week ago, what happened was, as came to me in Discord and was just like, hey man, I've actually been lying to you for the entire time we've known each other. And he as told me, I actually hate hosting podcasts. I don't like it. I don't like talking to other people. I don't like interacting with people. All I do is record and post it. And I was thinking of and he said to me, I was thinking of stepping down from hosting the podcast for a bit. And I'm coming to you because literally everyone else in the Discord has been ignoring my DMs. So I think it really needs to be you, Strayed. And I said I don't know who this is, but yes, I totally agree with you. And I think
bullshit.
I think I'm ready to finally take my rightful place as at the head of this table. And so here we are. I'm deciding to host tonight with, for whatever that means. I'm hoping to turn this over to people who are more interesting.
This podcast is going to get fucking negative views.
Oh, cool. Great. Yeah, no, it's fine. Honestly, I'll take that win. No, what happened? As has has been a little bit busy on his end, so just asked me to kind of run things over here while he records, which, it's a secondary thing. I'll just be here to poke the rest of you and get you to talk while I sit here and, I don't know, keep jacking off.
As I've done many times in the past.
You know what? You know what I learned from the best.
Parallel dimensions ahead of you.
And so I think we don't have any particular subject this time. It's been a little over a week. Like a week and a half since the last one, I think.
Yeah, it's basically 2 weeks almost.
It's been a week and a half since my last cast.
week and a half since my last cast. So I think we're just going to go over. I think we're just going to go over the past couple of weeks, what we've been watching, playing, doing, jorking. I think a couple different people had some ideas of what's going on, so I'm going to go ahead and poke Wolf. First off, what have you been doing? What's up? What's going on, Wolf?
I've been doing a menagerie of things. First off, I finally beat the Elden Ring DLC. A buddy of mine purchased it for me, and I had never purchased it. And another buddy of mine, we were doing a seamless co-op, which is honestly probably one of the best mods I've experienced for Elden Ring, because it brought a new light back to Elden Ring. Because, it gets a little boring. It's an open world game, but it's a Souls-like. And so doing another playthrough, you gotta kind of run around, right? Well, doing the seamless.
The wonder of discovery is not as potent the second time around.
Yeah, it doesn't have the same replayability as the other Dark Souls or Souls-like, but this seamless co-op made it a lot better. The boss HP in seamless co-op does go up, so it's not like we're just dog shitting or dog walking the bosses. And yeah, we beat it. We beat Promised Consort Radon after maybe our 12th try fighting him. It was my first time experiencing him, so that felt pretty good.
Absolute Chad energy, because I have to show my balls a little bit on stream. I have not beaten the Elden Ring DLC, so I got to go back, and because I've heard people who have otherwise been very experienced with Souls-likes and with Elden Ring in particular talk to me about Promised Consort Radon like they were coming back from the trenches in Verdun.
It was a very hard fight. And like the first phase, it was honestly pretty easy. Like, well, easy in the sense of a Dark Souls game, right? Like it took 1-2 tries to kind of get the attack pattern down. No shade on my buddy, but he kept dying. And he was going a Dex build, and I was going a Strength Int build with no magic, just Strength Int for the weapons. And so he was a bit squishy, so he kept getting killed at the beginning. And then, we were making it to phase 2. And, perfect cacophony of stuff happened where I found out that if one of us gets grabbed by Radon, he has a pretty big window of punishment while he's recovering from the grab itself. So whoever doesn't get grabbed just runs up and punishes him. Fortunately for me, my buddy is running a Dex build and does a fuck ton of bleed, and Radon had a hard-on for me. He grabbed me about 3 or 4 times. And like for those of you that might be saying you can only survive the grab once, you can use Marika's item to get rid of the halo over your head, and you can survive as many grabs as you want. It is hard to execute by yourself because he's very aggressive, but it was just a perfect window, and so we were able to beat him.
Nice. I mean, hey, yeah, if he is distracted while absolutely pummeling one of you and the other guy is stabbing him in the dick, then yeah, that's a strategy. Nah, I've not even bothered. This is an important question on my end. You strength int build, what was the weapon?
So I would switch through quite a number of weapons. I have an issue with Souls games. I don't like staying on one build for long.
Sure, fair.
There's so many, like I see a new weapon and I want to use it. And Strength Int, my favorite weapon, and I can't recall the name of it because that's not the kind of guy I am. I don't recall names. But it was the gravity weapon. You do the FP, the special, the skill art, and then you bring it down and it does fuck tons of damage, line attack. That's my favorite one, but that's not what I ended up using. I ended up using, I think it was the Great Katana, so I could help proc bleed, and I put frost art on it, and just went ham.
Very nice.
We were proc frost and bleed.
Are we thinking of the Ruins Greatsword? I'm pretty sure.
No, in the DLCs there's katana greatswords.
No, I'm thinking of the one with the gravity.
Oh yes, yeah, Ruinous Greatsword.
The thing that just looks like a giant slab of stone that someone put a handle on.
Yeah, that is my favorite strength int weapon to use.
Beauteous. All right, so hell yeah, I cannot. You are showing absolute prowess on stream. You are the ultimate gamer among us. Unless anyone here is going to say they've also beaten the Elden Ring DLC.
I have not.
20
I've barely
times.
played Elden Ring.
Okay, then yeah. We'll all just leave. We'll let Wolf bask in adulation.
I'm not a fan of Dark Souls games.
You are incorrect in your opinions.
No, I'm very correct.
Wow.
I don't blame you. They're not for everybody. I'm a huge fan of Soulsborne's. Favorite one is Bloodborne. I've beaten Bloodborne 100 times at least, but they're not for everybody.
Ah, well. If there was one that was for everybody, it's Elden Ring.
Yes.
That is true.
I mean, Elden Ring is by far the closest, but it's still just kind of like not my thing.
Oh well.
Well, I have played another game, if you don't mind me talking about that. That might be more your cup of tea, perhaps.
You had a couple things in mind. I'm interested to hear about. I'm interested to hear about all of them, but I'm interested to hear about one of them in particular.
Does it end in hearts?
No, it don't.
It ends in rock and stone.
Oh, okay, that's acceptable.
I am very desperate to hear about Rogue Core because I am hearing from the DRG community mixed.
So I can see why it's mixed. I will admit I have not had maybe 10 hours into Rogue Core, but I have enjoyed it thoroughly. When it comes to Deep Rock Galactic, I do like the mining, I like the objectives, and I like getting through the missions. It's just, a good time waster. With Deep Rock, you don't have to mine for nitrate, morkite, or any of the other minerals like gold. It's purely, there's one mineral you can mine called Exponite. And what the Exponite is experience. It's literally just experience. You mine it, you get your robot. It's no longer Molly the mule. It's a flying drone, which is a significant improvement to Molly when it comes to depositing, but I still miss Molly. And then
but Molly though.
Yeah, exactly. You can ride Molly. You can't ride the drone. But the drone will dispense upgrades. And so since it's a roguelike, you go in and you get your weapon and your grenade. You are part of I can't fucking remember the thing. I don't really pay attention to the story.
The big special boys that do the special thing.
Yeah, exactly. You go in as them. They're supposed to be like these super trained soldiers and whatnot. So you can use any weapon and any traversal tool as long as it appears on your run. I actually have a perfect example of how the game mechanics can be extremely fun. It was my last run. Me and my buddy are playing through it. We're only doing depth 2, 5 floor. For those of you who have played the game, 5 floor facility. Depth 2 is like the second difficulty. And 5 floor facility, basically just the depth, how many you go through. And by the end, we got a good selection of guns, a good selection of upgrades. And for those of you who have played Deep Rock, I don't know if you guys remember the lead thrower. It's not the Vulcan cannon, but the soldier uses it. I believe it's his first weapon, the Tempest.
Yes, I believe.
It's the big chain gun that has no magazine, but just overheats.
Yes.
So I had managed to get that gun in a heavy weapons crate, and it's one of my favorite guns. It's amazing. I had about 4,000 rounds to shoot out of it, so not going to hurt for ammo. But I got up to an upgrade kiosk, a workbench, and one of the upgrades was double magazine size. And so
does that refill all of your ammo too?
It didn't refill it, but it doubled from 4,000 to 8,000 on my ammo reserve.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So 8,000 rounds and a minigun was pretty awesome. And it was just fun being able to just shoot things down. And it's got the same core gameplay loop, go in, complete missions, but they're different missions. And you're not explicitly going in and mining out gold. You're just mining out Exponite. Well, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I am looking at this, and on one hand, I'm looking at some of the new class stuff, which is they're not going to be as in depth as the main classes in DRG. They're just kind of special abilities. I'm seeing some of the mission parameters, I'm supposing, and they look kind of interesting. And then I got to a screen that's choose your upgrade between different degrees of rare, uncommon, or epic guns and different kinds of passive upgrades you can get. And my eyes are glazing over, and I'm just kind of I don't equate this looter thing with DRG, and I know it's not supposed to be DRG, it's supposed to be its own thing, but
so
it's very much like I'm eating this very nice savory noodle soup, and then someone puts a dollop of ice cream in it, and it's I want that to be to the side. I don't want these to mix.
Yeah. And like, it is deep rock at its core, but it's also not deep rock. It's a roguelike. And like, I gave you an example of a great, run I had. But before that, I lost like 5 times in a row because you can get a shit roll. And if you don't do your build correctly off of the stuff you get, you're just not going to be prepared for the boss fight at the end.
Yeah. Oh, I really like DRGs kind of going in with a proper loadout of equipment and not having to worry about that. So I don't know. I would probably want to definitely try this to pass any more judgment besides what I'm looking at. So, I don't know.
I would try it if you're a fan of Deep Rock.
Okay. No, yeah. Yeah. There's so much here that is appealing.
The classes aren't as in-depth as the original 4, but they have their perks. Like, I've played the Guardian and the Slicer. Guardian has a concussive blast that recharges, and then like a repulsor that pushes enemies away. So you can complete objectives on your own. You can really rack up points with like a stun build because his concussive cannon stuns. It's great, and he can regenerate armor. There's no shield; it's armor, by the way. He has an ability that regenerates armor. Awesome. Slicer, you got a sword, you can dash, and you can pop a mobile shield, and that's about it. It's simple, but it's fun.
I'll have to come back to it. Maybe we'll do another episode on it.
Maybe.
All right. And you had a couple more I might want to come back to, but I'll give someone else a little bit of a chance here. Cuddle, what has your week been like?
I wonder what Cuddles has been up to.
Yeah, so I've been playing a couple games. First one that I think everyone wants me to talk about is I've been really getting into the new Tomodachi game on the Switch, and that is really just kind of a game where if you just want to make it one huge shitpost, you're more than welcome to do it.
It's the only way to play.
I've seen some quality. I've seen some quality and terrifying images.
Yeah, we've been waiting for Adams to fucking update us on the island because
I haven't been able to play much, but I do have some updates.
I know you've been busy, dude, but like, we've been, because the last time I heard, I was basically in bed with Yor, and Strayed was running around with a wizard hat telling ghost stories and scaring people.
So, yeah.
With 2B, apparently. That's a very important part of my character.
So I was forced to add Strayed and Revy. So Revy, you and your Forger are deeply in love with each other, but both of you are too, what's the word for shy Japanese girl? Tsundere. Both of you are too tsundere to say anything about it.
It's not really shy, but okay.
Yeah, okay.
But both of you have a massive crush on each other, but neither one of you can confess.
Fair enough. That does sound
it's like you
two fell in love over you picking up a restaurant menu that she dropped.
Absolute pussy slayer over here.
Oh, yeah. And
it's Haji Duray, by the way.
Okay. Strayed is currently best friends with 2B, and they moved into each other. Not
best
into each other. Not yet.
Yeah. Important clarification.
Like,
don't fist the androids.
You have been friend zoned so hard. She's moved in as a roommate.
I think.
The audience is seeing my character portrait in Tomodachi right now with a wizard robe and a koala hat.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know how I am not getting every single bit of sliz on that island.
So I gave him his actual hair, and he got very upset about that. So he's like, "Can you at least give me a hat?" And I'm like,
"You gave me an actual nest of like."
Dare you make him bald?
So
also,
he's like, "Can you at least give me a hat?" And I sent him a GIF of a monkey paw like curling.
Also, I remember you mentioning to me that like one of your characters' favorite food was mushrooms.
So yeah, okay. So I found out Strayed is addicted to mushrooms. I was gonna get to that, but
no. But what about in the game though?
Yeah.
Yes.
So when you eat mushrooms, you start like hallucinating yourself on an island, and you scream so loud that the ocean parts, and like a mushroom rises up in the distance in a godly light.
I mean, are we sure he's...
I might need to get to what that is.
Is he eating
mushrooms? That is oddly relevant to what I want to talk about when it's my section. I'm not even kidding. So put a pin in that, please.
But Strayed, you're the only one who I found like food that they love right now. But you started off in the island giving like PowerPoint presentations to people, like, and you get like a big crowd, and then I gave you a ghost as a pet. So you start doing like horror stories at night with the ghost, and like everyone is raptured and like terrified. Like you are like the story man on the island.
I eat mushrooms and I tell people about ghosts while wearing a nerd with my android friend.
And I just checked it. You just made 2 friends as I was getting ready for the episode and having it run.
Oh, who?
The first one, like, you have friends, but like just now. You made friends with Hate Monger?
Sure.
And you made friends with... What?
I forgot I made you put Hate Monger in the game.
And you made friends with my character's daughter. So, like, you're popular dude.
Meanwhile, like, in my playthrough, I have been mostly doing, like, EVA 14 memes and, like, OC stuff.
Absolutely.
It's because of you that I've done like no FF characters except for Tifa and Cloud.
I made like a piss baby Xenos, who I put in a corn suit, and him and like all of his relatives wear like a pot on their head.
So just Xenos.
Yes. And then like I put in Varys, who fell in love with this really creepy Uncanny Valley looking character that I just named like friend with a question mark in double quotations. And
that's some ARG shit.
Yeah.
And then Varys and Friend had a kid. I was like, well, shit, I didn't want this to happen. So I named the kid Xenos question mark in double quotation marks. So I kind of ended up with this kind of weird lore where now there's a body snatcher situation going on.
Yeah.
And so I also, like, one of the first characters I put in was Chort. You know Chort. Everyone loves Chort. And I gave him a wife, and the wife is Clydium. You know,
it's also Chort.
Dungeon. Yep. And now they have 2 kids, because I made one originally that was going to be their kid, and then they had another one, so I named both of them Chort Jr.
Both of them.
And that's like Chort period, Junior period, so there's an actual pause. And then I put in Sadu, and I put in Cyrena. They got married, and now they have a kid, and now, like, Clydium wants to move in with Sadu.
Oh, no.
And it's a weirdly situation where like a lot of the female characters on the island that are adults want to move in with Sadu, even though they're married.
The absolute riz of a psychotic woman who hates you.
Yes.
And also, I put in Magni. I made very small, and I made everyone who befriends him call him Little Son.
Nice.
Thank you. Absolutely.
I made.
Wait, no. I'm sorry. I need to object. He should have no friends.
It's really hard to keep that from happening when you have 16 moves.
Yeah.
The game, game is called Tomodachi.
Yeah. Like, I have tried to keep him from making friends where I can. In the situations where he does make friends, I make sure that the people he befriends give him really kind of very derogatory names for him.
That's kind of how I do with Kaiba.
Yep.
Yeah, good.
And then also, like, there's one final group that's like my character and like some other OCs that are together for really weird reasons, despite the fact that the 3 of them are indirectly related. 2 of them did in fact get married.
Nice.
There's not like layers to protect that.
Well, you see,
not unless you mark them as related.
Well, here's the thing: 2 of them are directly sisters. 2 of them are just relatives. But the 2 that are not like that, apparently because I forgot to tag them, they decided they would fall in love and get married. And so now it's a weird thing where you've got like 2 sisters and the wife of the relative
If you don't tag
That's also the
siblings, they
sister.
will fuck.
Yeah.
Woof.
But it's very interesting because out of all the married couples in the game, theirs is the one that's doing the worst, even though all of the married couples are doing really bad. Like, it has been a struggle to keep their relationships going.
You are not a benevolent god of the Tomodachi Island, you're saying.
It's not even that I'm not a benevolent god. It's just these people suck at relationships. Like, even the ones who are friends, they suck so bad at keeping their friendships going.
That needs to be that has to be emblazoned on the wall in a church somewhere. It's not that I'm not a benevolent god, it's that these people suck.
Like every time I start up the game, I look and it's like people have gotten into fights, they've had bickering, someone is mad at someone, and it's like there are several people where like one person's like, yeah, I'm best friends with this person, this other person's like, I'm not getting along with this person, I do not like them, and it's like, what the fuck are you people doing?
I don't know how you got everyone to hate each other. Like, everyone loves each other on my island.
It's because they suck so bad. They suck so bad at communicating.
A not so subtle flex.
They are so bad at communicating. Like, they will get together, they will have a chat, they will disagree about something, and then they'll part ways, and it's like, that happens every single time I start the game. They have gotten into a disagreement about something, they're not happy. One person's fine, the other person's mad.
There's 2 married couples on the island, and the other one I didn't talk about is Sans and Kiryu.
Oh yeah, my boys.
I just think is an amazing power couple.
You ended up telling me at one point that I think you had an initial struggle getting them to hang out with each other because Kiryu refused to go karaoke with Sans.
Yes.
And I wanted you to shut off the game and restart because obviously something went wrong.
So, okay, at first, Kiryu in my Tomodachi, he's super gay. Like, super gay for small femboys.
Why'd you make him like that, though?
I didn't.
Because it's a bit like that.
So, like, he's just walking down the street, he accidentally bumps into Link, and he just falls in love with Link. But Link had a sweetheart, so there was a love triangle going on between Link, GLaDOS, and Kiryu.
Wow. You know, like, any one of these clips can be taken out of context and have you admitted to a mental hospital.
Absolutely.
I was about to say, this sounds like a Gossip Girl circle.
Yeah, I know, right? Fever dream.
Like, my god, you would never believe what happened to Kiryu.
My only objection to this is that Kiryu is not into twinks. The man is fully into big burly men just as large as he is.
I don't know. Kirito.
Yeah, no, fuck
this
that.
Kiryu loves boners, man.
Wow.
So the other thing I'll add is that, like, a lot of the added phrases that they've asked me to give, because, like, I'm looking at the game. I looked at the game when I first started. It's like, yeah, this thing's going to be collecting my data somehow. So I just put in nothing but shit posts.
Absolutely.
So, like, the first thing it asked me when I started the game was what name it wanted. So I put in, my social media name, and randomly at some point it did like the super fan meeting event in like the restaurant where it's just a bunch of me's getting together talking about how they're a big fan of one of the prompts you put in. And it went weirdly meta with me because it was a meeting event of Chort, his 2 kids, and me talking about how they're super fans of my username. And it was just the weirdest kind of like, I feel like I'm being pranked by the game moment ever.
Oh my god.
So what we're saying is you guys have spent your past couple weeks, what free time you have with a shitpost generator.
Yeah, like a fucking dream of.
The rest of the time though, I've been playing the new DK game, the DK Bonanza, and that's been a lot of fun.
Before we get into that, I just want to say one more thing about this game. They allow you to create things and add them into the game, like clothing or food. Cuddles, I don't know if you've added any food.
Oh yeah, I've added food. I in fact created a diet soda brand called Dr. Chort.
Perfect. No notes.
And then I also made a book called
to my wife's world.
And then I also made a book called The Encyclopedia Chortia, an encyclopedia on Chort.
God.
I gotta say, if I was Chort and I was wandering around your island, I'd be a little weirded out.
I made 2 items. I made a cream pie, which is a pie with a box of Kleenex on top, and I made e-girl bathwater.
Of course you did.
I'm not surprised.
I also made a t-shirt, like the first article of clothing I made was a t-shirt with just this really smug face on it against like a teal background, and it just had in rainbow letters fuckboy, and I called it fuckboy brand t-shirt.
Nice.
I can't imagine spending my day outside of a fuckboy.
So the e-girl bathwater kind of came in a weird place because you get like this montage when you have like characters who have a kid, like you see like a home video of them raising them from like a baby to like a child.
Oh no.
Every single slide is them like giving her an e-girl bathwater.
Yeah, they hold an item that you made in the item maker thing.
So they're like, come on, take your first steps, and they're like, they're bribing her with e-girl bathwater.
There needs to be some kind of restriction.
So here's the thing. Nintendo doesn't really put a restriction on words and things you can make in the game beyond the word. Besides the word death, they will remove the th from death and make it just be dia. What they do though is you cannot upload any screenshots or videos from the Switch or Switch 2 to your mobile device from that game. Instead, you have to either like record it using some sort of capture card thing, or you have to use your phone. That is how they censor that game. So you can you can use any words you want for anything, and you can make whatever the fuck you want. They just don't let you share it with the world directly.
Yeah, that's why all my pictures have been like these shitty like cell phone pictures.
Yeah. Same with me.
Lazy.
No, it's because like Nintendo actively censors, like prevents you from uploading it to their app.
To be fair, like if you're playing a game like that and choose the word death, you're already being extraordinarily boring.
Well, I mean, like it censors the word death, but then it lets you type things like no, fuck you, and like piss baby, and like a bunch of other things that I've said. Like
I just want to say that Revy and Strayed became friends over butt stuff.
Yeah, that sounds right.
No, but what about in the game though?
Wait.
I will keep making this joke.
I mean, you have seen my shit post about the fucking katana anal beads, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like this and memes.
Oh, I've dipped my toes into Dugan's hole occasionally.
No, it's not Dugan's hole.
You
This
guys
is
don't
just
use Dugan's hole. I'm very upset about that.
It should be. Okay, we could probably sit here. That game is a shitpost generator, so we could sit here all night and just listen to what the hell you absolute degenerates have been up to. Yep. Cuddle, go ahead and talk about DK for just a little bit.
So DK, I'm just gonna say it's a fun game. It's very pretty. Pauline, the sidekick character, is kind of hit or miss. Kind of didn't like her. Yeah, the annoying kid. Kind of annoying at first, but then kind of towards where I am now, kind of endearing because you kind of feel more like a parental figure to her. They do have a period of time where they kind of take the character away from you, and it does really feel like you're missing a child, like explicitly.
Distressing.
Yes, distressing because you realize just how much mechanics are missing when the child is gone. I do love though that at every turn, whenever a character asks you, the player, a question, you can just respond with bananas instead of responding in a more serious manner. I do love that after a certain point in the game, a lot of the boss fights are solvable just by like turning into a zebra and punching the fuck out of the boss instead of choosing to engage with the mechanics.
When all you have is a hammer, everything starts to look like nails.
Yeah,
like there are some like mid game boss fights that like are meant to showcase like new things that you got in the game, but the zebra power up makes you into a thing that runs fast and hits fast. So of course you're going to like rush down the boss and just punch them to death before they can start doing their mechanics.
I was playing a game like that recently. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, there was something. It had a similar problem where it's like you have all these other options, but nothing is ever going to be as effective or straightforward as this one option that you're going to do over and over again. So you have to actively like challenge yourself to not do that
Like,
over and over again.
There was like only one boss that was really challenging, and that's because it's like the kind of like the boss that is basically like where you. It's the boss that is supposed to be staging up to be like, oh yeah, this is like the final encounter, and then it's like actually no, this is like a mid-stage boss or kind of like a third-stage boss of the story, and this is just showing you that like yeah, you know, you don't know, you're not all hot stuff.
Yeah.
And it's literally just you're fighting the guy who like is on the, you know, the guy that they introduced at the very beginning of the game. It's like, yeah, this is the bad guy. Oh, you're fighting him. Oh, well, he left. But he throws, and the only reason he's hard is because he throws a lot of bullshit at you all at once. Like a lot of bullshit. So you can't just rush him down and beat the shit out of him. You actually have to think.
That doesn't sound conducive to a DK game. Thinking.
I mean, it's thinking in the sense that, like, he throws multiple different types of terrain, and some of the terrain require you to react differently. So, like, you're not necessarily just rushing to punch him, you have to actually engage. He forces you to engage with the mechanics, effectively.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, like, a lot of what you can get a very good idea of, like, what the game is like by literally watching Terminal Montage's shitpost video about the game, because that gives you a good understanding of like how some of the game works. Like, it really does run and feel as fast as he makes it look through like kind of shitposting about the speedruns of it. It is a very fast running game, weirdly enough, for a DK game. Like, you can get some real schmovement out of it.
Movement. Watch out for the schmoving. All right.
I want to try that, but there's no way I'm going to afford to Switch 2 right now.
When did this come out again?
It came out, I think, late last year, early this year, somewhere around there.
Huh. Yeah, it came out, like, I think with the Switch 2, didn't it?
It came out not that long after the Switch. I think it came out, yeah, with the Switch 2, yeah. It was like one of the 2 games that came out with the Switch 2.
I think I'm looking at the video itself. But I'll look at that later, I'm sure. I can't sit here in silence for 8 minutes and expect to like, oh yeah, that is like what you said.
I watched someone try to beat it without collecting any bananas, and it is literally impossible.
I love those kinds of videos. I've been getting back into YMFAH Souls-ish runs where it's like, can you beat Dark Souls 2 using only poop?
I do love those runs.
That sounds like a challenge, at least.
Oh, it's absolutely, the man breaks this game over his knee to the point where you can literally just do anything, but it's like, okay, but what if I only ever damage bosses by throwing shit at them?
The game also introduces a new character type to the DK franchise that I find existentially horrifying. They're these weird crystal beings that have like really creepy looking eyes, and you can punch and break them and they just regenerate.
Isn't that kind of thing about like a lot of Nintendo, like particularly Mario and DK stuff? It's just like they will introduce something that is eldritchly horrifying if it wasn't a cartoon.
especially because not only do they not seem to care that you do this, some of them actively encourage you to do it, and they're made of different materials. Sometimes they're made of gold, sometimes they're made of rubber, sometimes they're made of shit that explodes.
Woof.
And a lot of the times, you actively have to hurt them in order to engage with a puzzle or a mechanic, and they just don't seem to give a fuck.
Hey guys, I want to say something.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Do you know the fun thing about having a child?
What's the fun thing about having a child?
You watch their favorite movies well into double, maybe triple digits.
Yeah.
I mean, how's that from me watching Shrek every night?
Well, you do that on your own.
You do that on your own.
Right.
You choose that. Like, when I say I've watched Mario Galaxy over 20 times, it wasn't my choice.
No, I hear that.
Oh, so are we cutting this part from the podcast, or
what?
No.
just asking, like, if we wanted to have like a minute-long bleep.
No.
For what? For Mario Galaxy spoilers?
Just for like comedic purposes of, as you're saying, hey guys, you know what? And then just a minute-long bleep of discussion, and then we cut back to normal.
No, because then I think it was
literally. I I think if it was literally a minute long, I think people would just click off because it's like, well, something went wrong, obviously.
No, you don't. It's not silent. You have the fucking sensor sound.
Oh,
I mean, you could also just
beep 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 beep.
Just a long beep.
Mario Galaxy, beep 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 beep.
but it was a good movie. I enjoyed it.
Good for you.
Plot was very simple, but the visuals are incredible.
Yeah. Mario isn't exactly Game of Thrones over here.
No, it's not.
Anywho, so besides the existential horror in DK, and besides the even deeper existential horror of Tomodachi, Revi, what have you been up to this past couple weeks?
Man, you know what? I am upset for none of you to even touch on Outlast Trials.
I never had
played a
time.
single Outlast game.
We haven't.
Yeah.
We haven't been together too much. So
We haven't even talked about
I'm not playing with randos. I'm playing with y'all.
Yeah, like it is a very fun game to play. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really love playing with you guys.
Yeah, I mean,
what insights can you bring us from the absolute horror pits of MK Ultra?
Oh my god.
like it's an excellent game with extraordinarily fun body horror.
Yeah.
I've seen. I mean, I have been watching some more videos about like the ones we haven't. At least
we need to do some of the other missions. But I mean, like the orphanage one. Going back to the orphanage one with the mannequins that had like tits and other things stapled onto them. Like,
oh yeah. I thought you meant I thought you were going to talk about the prime assets, some of the primary enemies, because there's a couple that are like actually tough to look at.
Yeah, like a couple of them are tougher to look at. There's that one. There's the entire toy shop mission where you cover a dude in like fucking wax and the others. Yeah, that one.
I don't like that one.
That one was a bit of a grind, but yeah,
that one was grindy because you had to go all the way back to like A to get anything.
Yeah,
I like the ones where you cart them around, and they're like begging to you as you can't take them.
It's like, well, it's like, brother, what do you want me to do about it?
Yeah, like they're screaming. It's like, look, dude, I'm in here with you. Like, I'm stuck here just as much as you, and you clearly failed this trial. So,
the implication being that like everyone in these situations was us at some point.
Yeah, like they just failed to actually beat the trial, and now they're
now they're part of it.
The most brutal one I think we saw was the judge.
Yeah, that one's a bit rough.
The judge is a bit rough, but like, I don't know.
I've heard of some other ones that might even be worse.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I mean, we have to play the other missions. Like, surprisingly, the Jesus one is not rough at all.
We just cut off his legs.
I don't know about rough at all, man, because that's...
Well, I mean, like, as compared to, like, the judge or the guy you coat in wax and, like, other stuff, you just cut off the dude's legs and he bleeds to death.
Yeah, the judge, hit every single joint with a mallet and then smash
with a
his
sledgehammer.
head open.
It's, yeah.
Yep.
No, he hangs before you smash his head open.
But yeah.
Yeah, like, the chair gets to the top and it drops out and they get hung alive before they get smashed to death.
They must hate that person. Oh my god.
Oh, it's all to desensitize you.
Yeah, exactly.
Stop thinking about it, because that's the thing is like we haven't played too much of it, but I've watched a bunch of people play it. I've watched a lot of the streams. I've been reading up on it. And it's very specifically like, as you, the player, are going through the trials, you will be shocked initially at what's going on. But eventually you're going to keep doing them over and over again. And you're just looking for, okay, what's the most efficient way to do this? They spawn in these locations, and you're not even like paying attention to the violence and like gore and terrible things happening around you. You're just trying to complete the thing. And it's like, yeah, that's the point of the plot, is your characters are being bred to become sleeper agents.
That is truly the plot of the game, is you are meant to be a sleeper agent, so they're desensitizing you to everything. And it is truly like, what is the best way to get this done?
If you wanted to, there have been Saw games before, but I think this is like the closest thing you're ever going to get to an actual Saw like game. Like it really feels like you are being trapped by an organization entirely made of jigsaws.
Yeah, and you know what? Even though it's multiplayer, it doesn't really lose its horror aspect too much.
What?
Yeah, like most other horror games, as soon as you add multiplayer into it, becomes, just a like yaha. But yeah, this one, it's like, even with multiplayer, no, there are still some things that everyone looks at and goes like, dude, what the fuck?
Unlocking an emote to occasionally style on the psychotic serial murderer while your friend does the separate like double flip off behind them.
Yeah,
loses a little bit of the horror.
Yeah, it loses a bit of the horror, but like, yeah, you get to like the execution scenes at the end, and it doesn't matter what emotes people are doing. It's still like overly brutal.
Yeah.
What was that movie? It was about a sleeper agent, starring the guy from Zombieland and the girl from Twilight. Does anyone remember that fucking weird movie?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I can't look it up right now because I can't open my browser right now.
Are you thinking of Jesse Eisenberg as the guy from Zombieland?
Is that him?
I think.
I always get him confused with Michael Cera.
Yeah, he's like a slightly more serious Michael Cera.
Yeah, Sarah. Okay.
Whatever.
Is it Split? No, it's not Split.
It's not Split. No, it's not Split.
Yeah, I don't think it's Split. That is Jesse Eisenberg. So what the hell was he in? Okay, well, I'll look this up. I'll do a Wikipedia dive. Revy, besides Outlast, you guilting us not playing Outlast more. Anything else?
Like Outlast, like, yeah, I'm going to guilt you into playing not playing Warhammer 40K.
No.
I'm not going to play 40K.
I'm sorry. I've been playing 40K. I've been playing 40K.
Oh, wait, Space Marines? Fuck, I'll play Space Marines.
Space Marines 2.
We asked you to play Space Marines.
Yeah, we asked you. Like, they
never asked me.
Well, yeah, we'll ask all of you.
They released new cosmetics. There's new, like, co-op maps.
I'll play Space Marines.
Yeah, like...
I think now all of the 9 founding chapters have like a champion skin.
I don't know how to I don't remember how to fucking play, but I'll play. Shit.
Dude, like they've all 9 major founding chapters have a skin now. There's now several like sub chapters that were missing that are in. There's brand new maps for PvE for like completely different missions not in the main story.
Yeah.
Yeah, like nice. Overall, like new weapons, like overall, like the new patch is a blast.
Yeah, well, we will need to get it back in. Yeah. I was gonna say I have been playing 40K. I just been playing Mechanicus 2 a bit.
Yeah, no, like I've spit like Space Marines 2. They have a power axe, which is still nowhere near as good as the power hammer.
Yeah. Oh well.
I mean, it is only a one-handed.
There's only a certain amount of overlap you can do.
Well, yeah, I mean, yes, but like it is a one-handed axe, so it's not like a power axe, like a two-handed great axe or something that cleaves things in two.
Gauntlet all the way.
Aw.
So I've done that. I'm continuing to do my Final Fantasy 14 dailies, just to keep tomes capped and whatnot, keep gear up to date for the new patch.
Do you have does Warhammer Space Marines have like a Custodes shit?
No,
it does not. Because the Custodes are unfortunate. I know that is basically your only like firm 40K touchstone that you would like particularly recognize. Unfortunately, the Custodes are not Space Marines. They're kind of their own thing, even if they
but come on, like they're the fucking Custodes. Let me trust in my golden boys.
Here's the thing.
Well,
they're not
right there. Like they are just Custodes are so on such a different fucking power scale. The Space
Marines really are.
I know, but let me address this one.
Like Custodes is like fucking Goku fighting Krillin. Like it is a different level altogether.
A single Custodes is taking the spot of all 3 of those squad members in a normal Space Marine squad, and they are soloing that mission easy.
Yeah, like
and dusted.
Yeah,
but here's the thing: they have no reason to be there.
Yeah, and in the books, a custody can take on several hundred space marines by themselves.
Do they ever send the custodies to do anything other than
Yes.
the Emperor?
Yes.
Yeah?
Well, okay. Firstly, any faction will do anything and fight anyone for any reason because you will find a way to have those two armies fight on the tabletop because it's Warhammer and you need your dudes to fight. And I think more recently, the relatively recent, I should say, like custodies update is kind of like, I think the lore is like simplified as someone saying, hey, having all of these demigod super soldiers with ancient powerful weapons kind of doing nothing but hanging around the most impregnable fortress in the galaxy is kind of useless. Can we send them to do actual stuff? And they're like, yeah, okay, sure. So they kind of do small form missions that's like if it's I think say if it involves like the security of Terra or the High Lords, then it's a mission that they can do. So they'll find a reason to go fight some orcs somewhere.
Yep.
Can we play
They also defend the deepest, darkest secrets.
Yeah.
Can we play the Tower Man
still
theme every time they show up?
Yes.
They
No, I'm sorry. Hold on. The what theme?
Totem Man theme.
totem.
Incorrect.
Wow.
You
would need
the totem boys, the column fellows. I can't take credit for column fellows. All right, we'll get back into space.
But yeah, like even
I'll get Mizu into 40K one of these days.
Even still, dude. Like,
by the way, I'm Mizu. I know I wasn't introduced as such, but I am.
Yep.
Fine. Who cares?
But yeah, even still, dude, they only send one like custodies at a time. Like they are just on a different level.
I want to say the only reason /Mizu whatever knows about 40K is because I tied his ass down and forced him to watch if the Emperor had a
By the way, it's one way only. It's one way only. It never goes two ways with us.
Yeah. I am waiting for them to add Grey Knights and Psychers as like a playable race or playable class in game.
Grey Knights.
Psychers, yes. Grey Knights, probably not. Go play Chaos Gate.
Well, yeah.
Chaos Gate is a great game.
And hey, that was on the new Skulls that came out recently. They announced that they're doing another Chaos Gate, and now it's the Death Watch, Xeno's boys.
Yeah, no, but like with them just adding all the different like skins into the game, I'm waiting for just the Grey Knight update because I'm sure somebody's angrily emailing someone each day about it.
I have a Grey Knight, so my bulwark looks like a Grey Knight.
Yeah, like I mean,
I hear that.
I had my Shark Boys in game day one, so I was happy.
Hell yeah!
Here's the thing: compounds are always in game.
I think what's going to happen is this. It's not going to be the Grey Knights exactly, but you are probably going to get a librarian class update, like you got the Tech Marine class update, and Grey Knight is going to be the skin that you unlock.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry. That's what I meant. Is you'll get a librarian or psychic class. I think Grey Knights will just be like the skins and the
same way, in the same way that the Iron Hands is the Tech Marine skin, and the Dark Angels was the Bulwark skin, etc., etc.
Yes.
And Black Templar and the Black Templar skin, but no one plays the Black Templars. If they do, if someone plays Black Templars, kick them.
I have yet to find a Black Templars player.
Good.
All right, guys, we're getting close. Stray, did you want to talk about your mushrooms?
Yeah,
my mushrooms. Oh God, I totally forgot about what the hell that meant. No, because what was the dream I apparently had in Tomodachi?
So every time in Tomodachi that you eat mushrooms, you imagine that you're on an island screaming at the ocean until it parts like the Red Sea, and you see a mushroom rise in the distance, shining like God's light.
Okay, so I've been playing an eclectic mix of games on my end that I would want to talk about more in detail, except I wouldn't even know where to start. I guess the one is where you like play it is whatever. The main thing I could talk about, like the game where you role play it in a convenience store in Japan. That was like incredibly charming. But I'll talk about the rest of these all later. The main, like, I guess big thing that I played that people would recognize as like a big new release would be I dove deep into Subnautica 2.
Oh, nice.
I've not hit the wall yet. It is still in early access, and apparently there is a wall to hit.
Yep.
Before the game's finished. It's almost a literal wall. I haven't gotten there yet. I've gotten to, I think the thing that I've gotten to a point in the game, that is an area that I think is everything. I wouldn't say I have thalassophobia. I would say that if there was anything that fully described what I hate and feel uncomfortable about when it comes to the deep sea, this new area is it.
I think
it is just what it is, just the shade of everything. It is the way everything is structured. It is that thing off in the distance. It knows what it is. I fucking hate it. And the game is telling me, hey, you're going to be spending a lot of time here. You better build a new base. And I'm like, go fuck yourself. So what you mentioned, though, is it's incredible that you said that my character is in Tomodachi eating mushrooms and dreaming of a vast, endless ocean. And he yells at the sky and a mushroom pops out. Because when you start Subnautica 2, and after you immediately exit the tutorial area by effectively like launching your pod from where it is at the bottom of the ocean up to the surface, the first thing you see is a massive mushroom-shaped tower of coral protruding out of the ocean.
Huh.
And so it is incredible that is the thing that my Tomodachi character is obsessed with, because yeah, that's what I'm obsessed with too, apparently. I will only say that Subnautica 2 is so far very fun. I would say that there's one major thing that people are talking about that is like we need to, and people have kind of like taken up, like camps have been erected on either side of the community, and like you need to add this versus no, keep these out or keep it as it is. There is no current way to really defend yourself in Subnautica 2. Now, in Subnautica 1, your ways of defending yourself were incredibly limited. You had a knife, which you could kind of occasionally slash at, and if you were really dedicated, kill some of the fish.
Yep.
And you had a stasis rifle that could stun them, and really didn't work on anything very long.
It would slow them realistically. Sure. Like it was almost like a time stasis like bubble.
Yes. And so nothing exists like that. You have a survival tool that is effectively the same as the knife that you can craft, but it doesn't affect the fish at all. It is purely just to harvest stuff. And you don't have anything that's similar to the stasis rifle in this current stage of the game. The closest thing that you possibly have is distraction flares, which fish are like either attracted to or run away from. And people are like, I would kind of like a way to defend myself. You have antagonistic fish. You have things that are coming after me quite often. I understand I'm not a bloodthirsty killer here. I'm not to fill the ocean with, the corpses of sea monsters. But I want some way to like fight back. And I think one of the devs I forget if it was on Reddit or Twitter, where they kind of like railed against people asking for that, because it's like not that kind of game, and like what are you trying to do? Do this game about hunting sea monsters? And it's like that doesn't seem like the right response.
I would argue it is.
Okay, go ahead.
But like I have not played the game, but I have watched playthroughs. And in this one specifically, I would argue that it is because the corporation that sent you down there has clearly sent you to figure out how to live with the wildlife. And again, let's be completely fair. Like, it is a corporate dystopia where they don't really care about you.
Sure, but you
die and you get 3D printed back into a new body to continue your thing.
You're correct. I'm holding the axe in my hand, though, and I'm being told it doesn't work.
Yes.
Anyway,
But like,
my point, it's not an easy 1-to-1 solution, but I think it's just I'm more talking about like the response being like, yeah,
people want weapons that like kill the Leviathans and whatnot.
no, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, like that's what I'm reading is people want to like actually like kill the Leviathans to get through stuff. It's like
no, that Leviathan bet is not going anywhere.
Yeah, like that's the point of the game. The point of the game is to go, oh fuck, that is huge. If you could just point a gun at, the Shiver Leviathan.
Satisfying as it would be,
yeah,
you can't. That is not the. I fully support that. That's not the game, and I would even say, not even if they did add like defensive items, being able to never fully kill like marrow breaches, which are like mid-tier enemies, I guess I'd say. They're effectively sharks. Yeah, I would say not being able to deal with them and outside of running away, I'm fine with that. Or maybe slow them down occasionally with something. Yeah, but I want to be able to. But like the little I forget what they're called, but the barracudas.
Yeah,
that kind of swarm. I want to get rid of those. I want to be able to defend myself against those, or even just slash them to make them run away.
Yeah.
Right now, it does nothing. And my only choice is to back up a bit, and or just tank damage until I do what I need to do in this area.
Yeah,
at a certain point, it's no longer like scary or threatening because it's like, okay, you're just going to attack me until I'm finished here.
Yeah,
and then it's gonna be annoying, and then I'm gonna go heal. It's like,
yeah, like I get that, but I think like didn't see the devs' direct argument, but I think the argument is like, no, like the corporation has sent you down there to do X, and it's kind of reasonable that the corporation has not allowed you or given you access to weaponry that would hurt, mid-scale fish.
I would say another way of putting it is like the Subnautica games are really based around the idea that the corporation sees you as being very expendable. So like, if you die, that's fine. They will send someone else there. Like that was kind of the case.
They don't even need to send anyone else.
Yeah.
Your bed saves your last memories and reprints you if you die.
Yeah, like in this game, if you die, it just prints a clone of you with your memories from the last save. Like it is truly like, why would we give you a gun to expel ammunition when printing you is easier?
Because like the one thing I remember about Subnautica 1, which was like one of the kind of, I guess, funniest kind of real hallmarks of kind of dystopian kind of stuff, is that you beat the game and then before you can even enter Earth's atmosphere or return home, you get nailed with a huge bill for all the corporate money you spent making all of those 3D printed stuff. And so you, like post-game or like after game, your character then has to work off that huge bill. So you don't even get to go home.
Yeah, and that's actually a main thing. They even like front load that theme into Subnautica 2, which is like your character is in massive amounts of debt at the outset, and not even death will get rid of the debt because they will just print you again and force you to keep working.
Yeah,
it's hilariously bleak. Oh, and by the way, that protagonist from Subnautica 1, for as much debt as he was in, they're still going to use him as a example of a prime thriving pioneer of the alien world.
Yep.
Riley Robinson built this in a cave with scraps. What are you doing, pioneer?
Yep. Also, the mushrooms Street was talking about, the world trees.
Yes.
There are supposedly several across this massive like ocean. Like I've also seen,
and I'm pretty sure if you get close to their roots, the world just goes gray. And it may have already driven several of your former crewmates insane.
Yes. Also, I've seen people speedrun the wall Stray was talking about.
Yes.
Like the wall to the tree. And some guy found out that the launch from the balloon, the surface balloon, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Was tied to your frame rate.
Heh.
So he found out that if he like lowered his frame rate to like 0.2 frames per second, he shot himself out of orbit and into the stars. like awesome. I can link you the VOD, but the dude shot himself into the actual like fucking skybox just because the frame rate was tied to like it was tied to the frame rate for so long. They fixed that bug, unfortunately, but
sorry to say this,
Anyway,
but Straight, it is time to wrap up.
Oh no, I'm not good at this. I'm sorry.
Yeah, all right. All right, guys, that was the podcast. Bye.
Yeah, go.
Bye.
Yeah, go.
Beautiful time.
We will hopefully get back onto a regular schedule of things. I don't know what we need to adjust on our end, but we'll hopefully have more stuff.
Maybe next time we'll watch a Markiplier classic.
Yeah, Subnautica.
Yeah.
I mean, we're doing that tomorrow.
Squirrel Stapler.
No,
you know what?
We're gonna go back and watch the entire Foamy cartoon series.
Here's the thing. He is playing. Markiplier is playing Subnautica too. He just came off of Iron Lung. He might want to go back in the water.
He has the house. He has the house all decked out for that.
Fucking push Markiplier into a pool and tell him to get to work.
By the way, the submarine is a sealed off house held up by a crane.
But if he does make a movie about Subnautica 2, will he also recreate the crippling debt that will exceed his own lifespan?
Yes.
I hope so.
It would be funny.
All right, everyone.
I'll catch you guys later.
Peace.
Bye.